bunch of other people with neurodivergent, and you talk to them and you related to them, so you're like, do I have something non-typical going on? We'll get into that in a whole another discussion, but the issue right now, well, before we talk about it, I'll show you my lipstick of the day. It is one of my favorites. This is Sweet Deal. Sweet Deal. See my ADHD? Like, I can't make a point. I can't. And I'm not, my brain is wacky. And the scent of the day is AV. This is considered like a hidden gem. You can usually find this pretty cheap. Actually, you can find this on eBay for like $12. A big bottle like this. It is floral, citrus, white floral, musky, powdery, woody, fresh, mossy, aromatic, earthy. Spring, summer, day. The top notes are bergamot, lily of the valley, cyclamen, which I don't know what that is, yellow freesia, jasmine, ylang ylang, may rose, and then the base is musk, moss, sandalwood, orris, and tonka bean. Delightful. So I am ADHD autistic, but today we're kind of, and usually what they don't, what they didn't know is that a lot of people are both. You know, they used to just mostly diagnose females with ADHD and males with autism because they didn't have a lot of studies on females with autism. So most people my age didn't get a single diagnosis. Females my age were just told to mask, like stop being like that right now. And males mostly got diagnosed at an earlier age, and then if a female did get a diagnosis, it was usually for ADD. They were like, no, not autistic, because all the data they had was for males. But anyways, let's play ADHD bingo. So let's see how many of these I have, and comment down below if you have any of these. I mean, even if you're not ADHD, if you have any of these tendencies, go ahead and comment down below. Before I forget, if you have not hit subscribe, please do. It helps the channel grow, and it's free. Hit the notification bell and hit that like. Okay. Must shake leg. I'm not a huge leg shaker, but I am kind of like a leg rocker. I'm a rocker. I rock. Needing to climb everything. So all my kids, I think, except my oldest. Okay, so my oldest and my youngest don't have diagnoses, but they are probably going to investigate them as well at some point. My son kind of just flew under the radar, but as he's an adult, he's been telling me different things, and I'm like, hey, go tell your doc, you know. And the baby climber, big climber, but he's still a baby, so we'll see. And there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, it's exhausting, but there's nothing wrong with it. Sensory overload meltdown. That's my biggest malfunction, is sensory overload. I am constantly putting my hands over my ears and like whining and walking out of the room. If all my easily distracted. That's why I can't work from home ever. I could never have a work from home job. What is sleep? No, I have to sleep. That's not me. I have to sleep. But it is difficult for me to sleep. Hyper-focus on the wrong thing. Yeah, spacing out. That's part of the 200 unfinished projects. I do start stuff and then like burn out real quick on them. Must rub this thing on face. Yes, anything that feels like those books that feel like rose petal soft, or like a stationery. And yep, I have that. Here comes depression. Yes, drink some coffee. I'll fall asleep. Yes, I can drink coffee right up until I am ready to close my eyes. It does not. It only helps me. It does not hurt me in any way. Speaking of, forgetting everything, I'm not too bad at that. I do put a lot of stuff in my Google Calendar, and I have a physical planner. I have a marker board on the fridge. One of the biggest helps is just doing things as soon as I don't know if it's helpful or hurtful, but just doing something as soon as it comes to my head. Just do it. If it's a quick thing, just do it. But the problem with that technique is that you can do that stuff all day long. So like I don't do other stuff because I'm busy, like gotta do this, and it's like, well, I really wanted to do this today, but I like burnt out so fast doing these tasks that now I have no energy to like enjoy anything. Where the hell is I've gotten pretty good about like muscle memory, like when I walk in the house, putting things like right where they go. But I do go into panic mode when I can't find something. I straight up panic. I do not like that feeling. It's like I'm irrationally insane when I can't find something. Gotta wiggle. Yeah, I don't just sit in one position. I can't sit like traditionally. I can't just sit. It makes me crazy. I have to sit in like a weird position, or I have to like get up and do stuff. I'm always like stretching everything. Like if I sit in one position, I am hurting. I don't know how much of that's chronic pain and how much of that's ADHD. Stares at wall for 5 hours. How about the phone? I can stare at the phone, not the wall, for 5 hours. Getting distracted by a leaf? No, not really. So there's a few on here that aren't me. Too boring, can't do it. Yes. Major struggle. If something bores me, like, it's more like if I see it as pointless. Like, if I don't see a point to it, why are you putting me through this? That's just me. Bright colors. I do not like bright colors. No, I'm a neutral girl. And then can you repeat that? I wasn't paying attention. We talked about that. So, yes. Okay, so now I'll pin that bingo. And then we also have ADHD without meds. So there is a med shortage. So this might be relevant to anybody that is going a few weeks without their meds, or like I said, when I got pregnant, or you just are trying to raw dog life without meds, and that's cool too. Eat good food. The chemicals in food make our symptoms worse. Reduce or eliminate where possible. Meditation or yoga. Breathe, relax, or do whatever makes us feel calm and chilled. No, I cannot meditate. I'll do a little yoga, but I cannot meditate. Sleep, it's essential for good health and the immune system, plus it affects food and exercise and choices the next day. Get creative, use spare time to do creative things, and this helps reduce anxiety. I honestly think that is a huge help for all of it, for anxiety, for depression, for ADHD, for autism, like to be creative or go into your hobby and just like go balls to the wall. And I wish I had more time. It's really depressing because at home the dogs and the baby are always in my face, literally always, like always in my face, or they're fighting each other. So it's just not ideal. I'm just hanging in there, like let's get through these toddler years because I need some time. Use a timer, time every success, change jobs, and leave toxic relationships. Music. Music helps with everything from motivation to changing our mood instantly. Actually, it is a good distraction. Like me and the baby, he was terrible last night. He was like getting into everything. He was getting into like all my candles and my sensies. He was just trying to have fun, and I was like, we can't play with that stuff, dude. So I turned on some music, and he started dancing, and he started behaving a little better because he was having fun. So, nature, getting outside improves our mental health and well-being. Head outside at least twice daily when feeling overwhelmed. So we have this big dog now, Pepe Le Poodle, and he needs more exercise than my other dog, which is a little poodle, and Pepe is a golden doodle. So we have to go outside and throw the ball for him like a few times a day, like across the yard. We'll spend like 20 minutes just throwing the ball. Like he gets the zoomies, and it's good for me to like put down my phone, go out there, throw the ball for him, work on a little bit of training. This dog is so smart. TikTok hates golden doodles. This is one of the smartest dogs, and I have owned dogs my entire life. My grandparents, my parents, we've always had dogs. So I know dogs, and I've trained quite a few in my lifetime, and Peps for short, his name is Pepe, I would call him Peps. He is too smart. It doesn't take much to teach him something. I mean, just one training event, and he knows that trick. So, ditch social media. It frees up time and helps improve confidence while reduces frustration levels. I don't know. I go back and forth with that because if I have an idle mind, I start worrying. So sometimes I feel like social media is a good distraction. I don't know how to feel about that. Okay, and then these might be some of the same, these are a lot of the same ones, but ADHD calming ideas. I'll just read the ones that weren't already talked about. Staying positive, watching funny movies, funny video clips, laughter is good for us and helps reduce stress. Agree. I have to laugh like all day. I mean, I kind of break it up with some true crime or, news, but the rest of the time I'm just laughing. Get creative, use our great creativity. Okay, so we already talked about that. Play with our pets, we kind of talked about that. It's well known to reduce feelings of anxiety and depression. Music is on here, nature is on here. Sunlight, vitamin D is essential for improved mood and a healthy immune system.